Hello, Al Pals. Welcome to Big Al Presents. And tonight, Big Al presents the 1986 comedy horror classic. Though some people have been giving me a little issue on the horror, if Muhammad is listening. Last night, giving me a little bit of horror, give me a little backlash on calling it a horror film. Big Trouble in Little China. One of the great 80s films, underappreciated in its time, but has since become a cult classic. And one of the reasons why it wasn't appreciated at this time is because everybody was awaiting Aliens, which came out like a week and a half or 2 weeks after this film. And it kind of got swallowed up in the big, gigantic swell of marketing that was going on for Aliens. Plus, the company did not know how to market this film. I mean, well, like I said, it's a comedy, it's action, it's horror, it's
Kurt Russell, who was just kind of making his transition from the young kid Disney films he used to do.
Still doing that. Although the first film he really started that in was Escape from New York,
which was just before this, wasn't it?
A few years before this. But he'd also done The Thing and things like that. I mean, him and John Carpenter, they've made 4 or 5 films together.
That it was John Carpenter that really helped him transition into the adult, characters he was playing.
Because he could see it. I really think the essence of Kurt Russell, what I like about Kurt Russell, if I have to go back and say, what's my favorite Kurt Russell role?
Elvis Presley.
Just for me. No, for you? Okay, fine. But which I think was also John Carpenter worked on that.
Was it really? It was a made-for-TV movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was made for TV. But I remember watching it. But I think he was associated with it. I might be wrong, but so don't take my word for that. I was reading and a lot of stuff's in my head. But if I really boil it down, Jack Burton is my favorite Kurt Russell character. First of all, it's like if John Wayne had better comic, more comedy in his repertoire, I think this is what you would get. I think if this film was done in the 50s, John Wayne would have made a great Jack Burton, and that's who he kind of channeled to do the film. But yes, like I said, great film. But let me introduce my panel as usual. We have the Klingon cleric himself, Troy Pacelli.
Hey everyone, and yes, you're right. It was John Carpenter who directed the Elvis movie in '79.
Wow, what a
great memory!
Right after Halloween in '78.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's what you call John Carpenter.
Prolific? Yeah, he was busy back then.
John Carpenter does not get the credit I think he justly deserves from the mainstream for being so. I mean, he could direct anything he writes. He's musical. It's fantastic. Also joining us, Nanette from Netters Network. How are you doing, my lady?
I am doing fine. How about yourself, Al?
I am hanging in there. Like I said, got a little issue going on in the room right now, but everything should be fine. It'll work itself out one way or another. But yeah, so you said you've both seen this film.
It's been a long time since I've seen it. Mm-hmm. I think I saw it when it originally came out. I don't think I've seen it since.
Wow. Yeah, 86. That was a long time ago. Yeah, like I said, I remember being there opening weekend, seeing it, and it just I was just fascinated with it. And I think I saw it again like the following week, which at the time was not unheard of for me. I would see films multiple times at the old local Cineplex, our little six screen cinema that we had, which was the closest one in like an hour's an hour's drive. so that was good. Let's see who we've got in the stream. I don't know who was first or anything, but I do know the first name I see here is Miss Nanette. Of course, that doesn't count. So it's Casey Scott. Casey Scott saying, "Hey, how you doing, sir?" Sir Torg again, reminding us that it was 19 years ago on this very day that the actor Victor Wong, who played Egg Shen, passed away. I did not know that, and I just confirmed on Wikipedia. Kind of a creepy thing. Remember that scene from Pee-wee's Big Adventure when he's like, "It was on a night like this."
Yeah, that's right.
Kind of gives me that creepy feeling. Daniel Heron, hello, sir. Agent Boomer is in the house. Okay, he's got Evelyn Hampton has joined us.
Hey, Evelyn.
So far, that's all we've got. But hey, that's all we need. You're all we need. You know,
Sandra Graver's here too.
Hey,
Sandra Graver's just in the house.
Hi, hanging out in chat while working. Well, I am so glad that you have joined us, and I'm wondering if you've ever seen the film. I don't know if it's the kind of thing Sound Graver would be into. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be her kind of film, but I think it's everybody's kind of film. Like I said, it's a little of everything. It's comedy, it's drama,
comedy,
it's
adventure,
horror,
yeah, but
adventure.
possibly a little bit before the youngins' time.
That's true. Yeah. It's a film that, you know, when you find it, and if you're in the right frame of mind, it becomes a classic and definitely part of your multiple viewing
True
party.
Indeed.
Jaded Boomer is reminding us that it has a musical score. Oh, or an electronic musical score. I don't really remember the score all that well, although I know John Carpenter.
I was just gonna say anything John Carpenter does has to have a pretty good score.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, I mean the guy's fantastic. For those of you who are watching, knowing me, I have not maybe one day sounded great. Definitely one to put on the list, I think. And it was John Carpenter, Sound Engraver, who does because he does the music for almost all of his films.
At least some of it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean a good deal of them, and it's always a great.
And I just feel like even when he doesn't compose something for it, he takes a keen interest in the music that does go into his movies.
Yeah, he's definitely when you put your name on it, when you have your name above the title, John Carpenter's whatever.
Yep.
I mean, that's true because his elements are all over the place. Direction, writing, what he wants for visuals, the sound, it's all there. One great story. They were doing a special effects shot with squibs. One of the squibs went off, and he lost his mind. He was so upset, and he said this was the only thing. Kurt Russell says the only time he ever saw him angry.
Wow.
when that happened, I was like, because they did not have a lot of budget for this film.
I was just going to say budget is a concern, and anything that causes you to, if a squib goes off, it's not just, okay, let's reshoot that. Now you got to go back to costume, change your shirt and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Or if it's on the wall, you have to paste the wall up, reset.
Oh God. Yeah. Right.
I mean, mistakes on a set. Yeah. They have blooper shows, and, people don't realize that bloopers cost money a lot. I mean, it's a lot better with video because you could just keep rolling. It's all digital.
And we definitely talked about that with the last John Carpenter film that we did, The Thing. That one scene where the whole set caught fire.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people say, "Well, being an actor is glamorous." When you're a multimillionaire and you're not working on a film, it can be pretty glamorous to be an actor. But when you're on a film set, it can get pretty. It's work. Yeah, they work 18, 20-hour days sometimes in the middle of the night, cold, wet, miserable conditions.
And a lot of people don't realize that unless you are a big name star that's got a lot of money and can coast in between roles, a lot of these actors don't make significantly more than you do.
Oh yeah, and it's once you cut down and they paying their entourage and
Mhm.
their quote unquote people. They have a big support system behind us that we don't pay for.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there is that lucky small percentile, but then you also have the one who's working on a play at night and serving burgers by day,
Yeah.
trying to earn the rent. So but they're out there. For those who are going to be watching along, I am on the MP4, excuse me, and I'm at the 4-second mark. The 20th Century Fox logo has just faded in. I don't think I haven't heard anything yet. I kind of stopped it right there. So about 4 seconds in, give everybody a chance to queue up. And like I said, tonight is the first night of Halloween. This was the one film, and I know Muhammad hasn't clicked in, but he was giving me, like I said, he was giving me an issue last night about calling it a horror movie. But hey, it's ghosts, it's monsters.
It's John Carpenter, so if nothing else, it's a soft intro to your
it's a nice glide in to the Halloween season. Of course, my next venture in 2 weeks is going to be the Ghost of Mystery Chicken, another that can be considered a little wibbly wobbly, but it's a ghost. It's about a haunted house. So
and our rewatch next week is another John Carpenter film, and there's no way you can get around saying that that's a horror film, The Prince of Darkness.
That's if it's the one I think it is.
It's the second one in his Armageddon trilogy after The Thing, and it has a recurring role within it of the professor's favored Alice Cooper. As a kind of like leader of the zombies, kind of.
Yeah. HBO was asking, does Disney own this movie now? Well, it's 20th Century Fox if the catalog.
Probably.
I guess it's under their gigantic umbrella now.
Does that make Kim Cattrall a Disney princess?
No, she's a princess in my book. That's all that matters.
There you go. I'm with you.
And like I told Troy earlier, I've been having a little connectivity issue the last couple nights, and I just want to say this: if I do disappear, okay, you people sit tight, hold the fort, and keep the home fires burning. And if I'm not back by dawn, call the president.
Good reference.
I was sitting on that. I'm like, I want to say something, but I don't know what to say. And I thought, hey, there's my intro.
We all have that potential, though. So, I mean, we'll keep an eye on each other.
Yeah. Okay. So, yes, from 1986, Big Trouble in Little China, starting in 3, 2, 1, click.
20th Century Fox. We miss you.
With no fanfare is wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's the great Victor Wong.
Same guy from what's it called? The Gremlins?
No, that was somebody else.
It's that droopy left eye that gets me.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I can't think of the guy's name. But no, I think it's a different guy.
Gotcha.
I think that, if I remember, hey, Mark Twain.
Yep.
If anybody gets that reference, good on you. I think this scene was put in late to kind of bolster the character of Jack Burton up a little bit.
Gotcha. Tell and then show. That works.
Yeah.
That lamp in the foreground with the green shade there, that tells you he's a lawyer. You see that on the desk of every lawyer in every movie.
Every lawyer has one of those little things out there.
Yep. My buddy Chris, who's an attorney, has one.
Is there something? Well, it's not nothing significant, or is this kind of a trope?
What, the lamp?
The little green lamp, yeah.
I got to be honest with you. It's like a chicken and egg thing. I'm not sure which came first.
Huh.
We're
trying to remember the actor's name is playing the lawyer.
Character actor I've seen in a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, no, he's been in Star Trek a few times.
Whoa. Sir Taran Clegane said that Kay Luke played the number one son in the Charlie Chan films.
Key Luke, that's
Key
it.
Luke, sorry.
Thank you. Oh yeah, he was number one son.
And Aged Boomer says Prince of Darkness reuses some cast members. Yeah, John Carpenter was big on using a lot of the same cast members. He also has this recurring trope of repeated lines, throughout the movie, which is kind of cool. I'll point that out next week.
Yeah, the Chinese characters that pop up with the title says evil spirits make a big scene in a little spiritual place. That's what the Chinese writing was. Because even if you listen to his vocal cadence,
yeah,
he's got that John Wayne thing happening.
He does. But you can also, and honestly, since 1979, every role I've ever seen him in, I see a little bit of Elvis there. I see why he was cast as Elvis. Oh, that sandwich looks good.
I know. I love it. I love a good sub. A good.
It's the bread. Sub. It's that chewy, French Italian bread.
Yeah. Although I like a good chewy baguette too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep, music by John Carpenter.
Sound Engraver said she had listened to the Halloween soundtrack. She didn't know that was John Carpenter, but yeah.
Yeah. I think it would be so cool to live in a Chinatown and like get to know some of the old folks and the old ancient ways.
Nanette and I have visited Chinatown here in Chicago many times, but I'll tell you, parking is a pain. There is no parking down there.
Yeah. Well,
and then if you do find a lot where you can find parking in, the parking fees are astronomical.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, I remember going to DC to see a Henry V and trying to find a parking space.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily there was this little lot just across the street, thankfully.
Nice.
And there was a little tapas restaurant right next to the theater. So I was like, oh, park, have lunch, see Henry V matinee.
Is this?
I guess I did write it. Okay, I thought you had written it.
I'm forgetting. Is this set in San Fran?
Yeah, it's San Francisco.
Okay.
It said Dennis Dunn. Where have I seen Dennis Dunn? Other things.
That's fine. The dog is sniffing around on the ground, ignoring all the vegetables.
Of course.
Because he is in Prince of Darkness, but there's something else I remember seeing him in, and I can't think of what it was. Maybe it was that I remember.
Dominoes. So they've been playing all night. You don't say beginner's luck after you've been playing for like 8 hours.
I will say a fedora works on guys, but for some reason it don't work on him.
Yeah.
It's because it's completely hiding his ears, so it looks weird.
Well, true.
And I think either his head's too small or the hat's too big.
Yeah.
You call him Mr. Jones. I'm sorry.
You call him Mr. Jones.
He would be. I mean, if you can't get Ernie Reyes, might as well get Dennis Dunn to play a grown up.
So, Agent Boomer said that he read somewhere that this movie was originally going to take place in the 1800s, and Jack Burton was going to be a cowboy.
Yeah,
I could see that.
And instead of getting his truck stolen, it was going to be his horse.
You know what, though? It worked either way.
Yeah, it would have worked. I think it really would have worked.
I'll bet you it was just entirely came down to budget. I'll bet you.
Yeah.
A lot easier to film it in modern day than, have to build sets for everything.
Because one thing, a modern day thing, wardrobe is a lot easier because you can just ask people to wear their own clothes. It's all in the reflexes.
For me too, you could tell me to wear my own clothes and I could wear 1800s.
Well, not everybody.
There's a lot of us.
Not everybody's like not everybody's like And they originally wanted Jackie Chan for the role of Wang, but they were higher ups were a little wary about his ability to talk and be understood.
Oh,
and it turned out he wasn't available anyway. But can you imagine Jackie Chan being in this film?
I think it would have been pretty excellent, to be honest with you.
I do too. I think it would have fit. But I like Dennis Dunn. Dennis Dunn has a very likable face.
Sure.
He's got a very youthful face. And like I said, we'll see him again in Prince of Darkness. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. That's the other thing. The actor we saw in the opening scene is also in Prince of Darkness.
Who, Victor Wong, or
the one who did the electricity between his fingers?
Yeah, Victor Wong. Yeah. Of course, both of the women that are in this film that are kind of part of Lopan's plan, neither one actually have green eyes. They had to both of them had to wear green contact lenses.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I can see it.
Yeah, beautiful girl. I mean, yeah, everybody gushes about Kim Cattrall, who of course is gorgeous, but the actress that plays was it Mei Ling, I think, is actually beautiful. Mao Yin, Susie Pie. Oh, she was a Penthouse Pet of the Month.
Oh, jeez.
Not anything I need to know, Al.
Oh well, I just ran over the name on Wikipedia on the little blurb you get, and that was the main thing she's known for. 1981. So yes, I have something to search for later.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just joking.
No, you're not.
Right I'll probably do it right now. Who can wait? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Oh, those glasses, the white ones.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got two spoons over his plastic spoons with slits cut in them.
That was a very 80s thing,
Yeah, I loved strange eyeglasses and sunglasses. I used to have the pair of the ones that was like the new wave looking ones with the little look like a little streak of lightning or something. I took them to school. I had them at my desk at school just to kind of relieve tension. I put them on and talk to have a kid look at me and kind of broke tension. I ended up giving them to him.
I like that. Not, oh, this guy's got a knife, but where'd you get that?
Yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Butterfly knives, highly illegal in Maryland. I'd love to get one. I used to be able to do that. Well, not that, but the little flippy butterfly knife thing. I love his boots. His boots remind me of like the Renaissance Fair boots you can get made with like the horn buttons and
Sure.
you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Yep. I love them.
So I'm a little confused. Which Asian girl were they after? The one that Kim Cattrall's friends with, or this guy's girlfriend?
I think both of them would end up being paid, getting them paid, because they're also working for a brothel.
No.
But the girl with the jade green eyes is highly prized by. I think back. I wonder what I've been like to live the life of a trucker for several years. I read that tour bus is still in operation and does tours of Yosemite.
Nice.
I love that old style bus. Makes me wonder what he said.
And it worked.
Yep. I gotta say, it's an awful big vehicle to be trying to go down that alley.
I guess if you're a professional, you know how.
That's true. And man, I've seen some of those guys turn on a dime. It's amazing. I like that cutting board. I like a good cutting board, like a little round cutting board. The first look we have of Mr. Lopan in disguise. James Hong, he is. You see this guy in a lot of films.
What's funny is you see these guys walking with all their weapons and all that, and some of them look really menacing. Other ones look like teenagers just going like, yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, like those guys right there. That bald guy is someone else you see in a lot of films sometimes.
Why are you shooting up the coffin? He's already dead.
Insult to injury.
Maybe.
You must have a little bit ahead.
Yeah, I think I am. Let me know when you're at 18 minutes.
Okay.
54, 55, 56, 57, 58,
59,
59,
18.
18.
The shooting just stopped. Now the guys with the
now a bunch of guys got poles. Okay.
I like those. I've always wanted like the little small ones, little personal protection batons.
It's like, okay, let's clear off the dead bodies and now we can fight.
Are you ready to rumble? Like he's just got a little knife he's holding.
It's like, it's a Chinese standoff. Just don't even move.
But someone's gonna.
It's like, okay, time to put the truck in reverse and get out of there.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like that axe.
It's actually a good point. Aged Boomer says, I think John Carpenter had said that in this movie, the hero acts like the sidekick and the sidekick acts like the hero.
Yeah. That's why they filmed that thing at the beginning, was to kind of give Jack more of the bolster, give the audience see him more as the hero.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's a whole lot of ow here.
Yeah, they did a lot of choreography they worked on during this thing. Ooh, Samoan backdrop for anybody who watches wrestling.
One of those guys looks like Jackie Chan.
Yeah, you're right. And like I said, they wanted Jackie Chan to play the one guy's role, and now we get the elemental guys. Thunder, lightning, and rain.
I am Straw Hat Man. Fear me.
I've seen a lot appeared out of nowhere. It would freak me out a little bit.
I've seen a lot of cosplayers, and there's some video of people working on those hats to get them just right. And then the guy that plays Thunder, the first one that showed up, he actually does martial arts training for like the Hong Kong police.
Wow.
Yeah.
Raiden.
And now Mortal Kombat came after this, right?
Oh, I'm sure by a long shot.
Because I read that is where the inspiration for Raiden and some of the other characters came from, were these guys.
Doesn't surprise me.
Even Lo Pan, I think, had a role. Little kookeries.
Yep. So that's what happens when you bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yep.
And I will fight you with my back scratchers.
I know, that's what I think too, because I got back scratchers just like that.
You guys know all your different martial arts? I know my truck.
Reverse myself, but back scratchers.
Even the God of Thunder moves for his truck.
Lopan. Always like the spike through the head.
Yeah. Well, it's a good way to make sure that the hat doesn't come off.
That's true. Like, it doesn't look at the light. I did.
Okay, now go back for the truck because the guy's probably gone.
Hello. How many times would you love to hear somebody in a movie say that? I'm done. I'm going home. That's it.
Like, it just, you just see those guys just like going through those other ones like butter.
Oh,
yeah, Casey Scott. Yes, the lightning guy was an inspiration for Raiden.
okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to freshen my drink. I'll be right back.
And look at, oh, I wonder what he's drinking tonight.
Well, I gave him a Guinness earlier, but I don't think we have any more. So I have no idea what he's drinking.
I'd say he should be drinking sake, but that's Japanese. So, what is like the Chinese
Tsingtao.
Sento?
Tsingtao beer, yeah.
That's what you should be drinking. Yeah, Casey Scott says Mortal Kombat came out in '93.
It's like, now where the heck is my truck?
I see you want Chinese food. This is the kind of place you go to. Very rapid fire dialogue in this film. That is one hellaciously ugly jacket.
When I was a kid, I used to have a pair of pants that were like that.
Oh, see, I can see pants more than I could that jacket. For some reason, that jacket just a bit much.
Well, that was also back in, let's see, late 60s, early 70s that my pants looked like that because that was the style at the time.
Oh my God. I've seen some like 70s clothing ads. Some of those are the funniest things you could ever see. The things we wore back then.
Oh, and the hairstyles.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see anyone panicking.
She's a superhero or something.
You know, it's sad those two never hooked up in something else. I like their chemistry together.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Now I want some noodles.
Yeah, I know. It does look good, doesn't it?
It's like leather bucket
The bucket
seats.
seats. Rich Corinthian leather. Sir Torque Gaines says, remember,
Yep.
folks, in the 70s, Disco Duck was a hit and white people had afros. Nothing made sense. I remember when Disco Duck came out. Disco Duck.
They say when the novelty songs start to hit, you know that a trend is pretty much over with.
Yeah. Because real disco music was actually pretty good. Stuff like the Bee Gees, Gloria Gaynor.
Oh yeah.
That stuff was awesome.
Wow.
And if anybody
was like, oh, how unfortunately you're dressed.
Speaking of how he's dressed, did you ever see the movie Used Cars?
Yep.
He was in?
Yep.
He wore that same outfit.
It did. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. Yep.
It was the exact same outfit, I heard. Ooh, she looks hot white like that, all wet like that.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
I think one of the first movies I saw Kim Cattrall in was Mannequin, and she did a really good job in there, considering it was one of those weird 80s movies.
Yeah, Al won't watch that movie.
I will watch it in a rewatch.
Oh, okay.
And of course, her friend there is Kate Burton, Richard Burton's daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. You know, he's also dressed a little bit like Dwight Schrute. Look at that mustard shirt happening.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
He said that, gave it away.
Yep. Secret doors are always awesome.
He is itching for a fight. Oh, Wang.
Yeah, I will say. Here we go.
Yeah,
something bad happened.
Tell him about the Twinkie, Ray.
These guys pulling up their pants as they're running out of the rooms.
Well,
Yeah.
It's hard to run with them around your ankles.
Ooh. These guys do know how to make an entrance, don't they?
It's the Straw Hat Gang.
Yeah, it's Straw Hat. You know, the power of the Straw Hat cannot be denied.
They really do make an entrance, but boy, they're hell on insurance premiums. This guy can fly, and you're punching him? Really?
Yeah.
Just because he can fly doesn't mean he's tough.
True, but I don't think I'd take the chance, especially when I see him shooting lightning, too.
That must be tingling on her.
Well, she's not going to have to worry about. Never mind. I'm not going to make that joke.
Great. Now he's got to get her back from those guys.
I want my truck back.
That is an old glass.
Yep.
Now, you talk about the first time I saw Kim Cattrall. I remember seeing her in a mini series back in the 70s called The Bastard, based on John Jakes novels. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
I heard of it, but I didn't ever see it.
Yeah, it had
It was a
Andrew
miniseries, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it had Andrew Stevens played
The eponymous bastard.
Yeah.
And I can say bastard because that's the title. I gotta say bastard.
Yeah, that was the title of it. There was a whole series. I think it traced a family from pre-colonial through Civil War, maybe the Old West.
Warren Clegane says the actor who played Wang's uncle was in Falcon Crest. I can't believe I missed that when I was reading the cast. Yeah, I would have missed it too, Sir Warren Clegane, and not been the least bit surprised.
I watched Falcon Crest. That was a pretty cool show.
I've
I
seen
never
some
watched
episodes of it.
Yeah, I used to watch it. There was a lot of appointment TV back in the 70s. Early 80s, like that. Dallas, Knots Landing.
Total concentration, maximum effort.
I do love the set pieces they've got in this thing.
Oh yeah. Isn't that the typical thing? You know, you just go in like you know what you're doing, like you belong there, and they don't question it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am just let's keep out. Dragon of the Black Pool. I would eat it. I would eat at a place like that. My Chinese restaurant's the Happy Dragon.
Yeah. Let's just go over there and beat down the door. That works so well in this movie. So is this some sort of an import place? I mean, that's the only thing I can.
That's what it. That's what it looks like. You know, import and
all of these weird Buddha statues.
You know, like stuff to sell to tourists, things like that.
And another secret door.
You need a legitimate business to kind of hide behind if you're someone like Lopan.
Not to mention a legitimate business could actually do pretty well. I love that line in Austin Powers where he's talking about $1 million, and he goes, our legitimate businesses do, multi-millions of dollars.
Yeah. Like I said, big difference before he was frozen there, Dr. Evil. That's still some films need to rewatch one day. I don't know how you guys feel about them.
I like Austin Powers, yeah.
Yeah, they're
At least
fun.
the first one. The first one is the best.
Yeah, well, usually it almost always is. Usually. There are exceptions.
Elizabeth Hurley, right?
Yep.
Can't go wrong there.
And then the second one had what's the girl's name? She was in Boogie Nights.
Oh, right. Annie from Twin Peaks. Heather Graham.
Yeah, Heather Graham, and then Beyonce, I think, was in the third.
Yeah, I pass on the third one.
Gold member.
That movie just degenerated into gross humor.
And it was the same humor. It just starts repeating itself. I do need that shirt that he wears.
I know, right? Although neither one of us would look as good in it.
No, but
Okay, well, that was a good movie. And then you get a moment like this where you suddenly are listening to the soundtrack and you go, "Yep, this is a John Carpenter film."
Yeah. It's a great Halloween.
Yeah, this is a Halloween movie. Sure.
Got dead bodies floating in water. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Oh, these guys with the hats again. And he's like, how the heck did you do that? You're like 10 feet away from me. It's a L'Oreal commercial.
That is a fine head of hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's rain, I believe, right? Lightning and thunder.
I don't know. I get confused with all these elements.
Yeah, I think I know the difference. I think
rain, thunder, and lightning. It's all the same to me. And that's not racist. That's ecologist. Davros?
He makes a creepy ancient old man.
Right?
It's a good makeup job.
Oh, is that? Oh, what's his name? Oh, blasted. He's in like everything.
James Hong?
Yes.
Yeah, that's who plays Little Pan. You didn't know that?
Holy cow, that's an incredible makeup job.
Yeah, it is.
But you can tell by the voice.
Oh, yeah, he's got a totally identifiable voice.
Even the hands. Look at those hands. Holy cow. Okay, this is pretty darn impressive.
Yeah. That wispy gray hair.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
It also looks like he's got paper mache all over his head.
It gives him that little bit of added creepiness that unnatural kind of look to him.
Yeah, the uncanny, as it's like to be said.
And sure, maybe you could make it look more realistic with CG, but you wouldn't get this effect.
Right.
And I think this is intentional.
Where he's almost leather like.
Yes, exactly. But look at those hands.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh. Not to mention, he's just a great character actor. He pulls it off perfectly.
Oh yeah,
Okay, Mr. Torin Clegane, thank you. He says Halloween is a time for fantasy as well, and this film is a fantasy film. I agree.
Oh, definitely.
I think perfect choice for Halloween, and I never would have thought of it.
Yeah. Yeah, James Hong was New Adventures of Charlie Chan.
Yep.
Hawaii Five-0. Chinatown, Airplane, Blade Runner, Wayne's World 2, Balls of Fury. He's been in a lot of things.
He's been in a lot of TV too.
Yeah,
especially in the 70s and 80s.
Does a lot of voice acting. Yeah, his filmography is incredible. I just love it when an old guy cusses. It pisses me off to no end.
I want to say, wasn't he in like
he did some voiceover for Godzilla King of Monsters, the original. He did the voice of Ogata and Serizawa in the American version.
Makes sense.
Wow. Colossus the Foreman Project. Wow, he is so prolific.
Fall Guy, Falcon Crest, Dynasty, Saint Elsewhere. Right, Hannibal Chew in Blade Runner. That's right.
Tank Girl, Operation Dumbo Drop. Wow. Kung Fu Panda voice. Yeah, God. Get a new respect for actors when you really look into their work. Always good to have a knife.
What's also kind of cool is to look and see that they have other stuff that's coming up too. Like he's going to be doing the voice of O Sensei in Batman Soul of the Dragon next year.
Klaatu Barada Nikto is like, the better question is what's James Hong hasn't been in.
Exactly. That's kind of, that was kind of my point. Klaatu Barada necktie.
Klaatu Barada Nikto, or the great weird phrases. The other one is Anal Nathrak Uthvas Bethu Dokiel Diedve from Excalibur. Always remember
the Coides, the air they say to see.
Yeah, that's another one. That's another film we got to do a rewatch of one day.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Yes. Yes, fish don't blink.
When he does low pan, he had 12-inch high
lifts.
Like he was like basically on stilts is what he was doing. You know, that's one mythology and legends. that we here in the West rarely delve into is that of like the Chinese and Japanese legends and stories and mythology.
Well, like with most non-Western mythologies, I get most of mine from Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yeah. But like I said, a lot of the stuff we know is like based around the Greek, Norse, Celtic a little bit.
But it's also just alien enough that when you get, some of that folklore coming up in like a Japanese horror film, it's that much creepier because it's so unlike anything else in the West.
Yeah.
It's like, the heck's happening here?
I will say I've been in that situation and it's not fun. You're kind of going backwards and you can't stop.
Oh, yeah, that's yes.
I like the wheels in the back like that. I'd like to get an old wheelchair built like that.
The wheels in the back are hanging there.
Yeah.
Way to go. Yep. That was all my plan.
Yeah. Like I said, the one thing I love about Jack Burton is that he's the hero, but he's really not
Sometimes
terribly.
it's not intentional. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Nanette had dropped out. I hope you weren't waiting long. I didn't see.
Actually, it's funny. I didn't know I dropped out until I started laughing at the wheelchair going backwards. And I was like, why am I not hearing anything from Al or Troy? I'm like, oh, I got kicked out of the stream. So I have no idea how long I've been out.
Yeah, I just happened to look down and saw, it was clear and not blue.
Well, that's freaky.
I know you could see like the veins and everything.
Turn around,
Yeah.
bright
Not
eyes.
bright eyes, yeah. And now I can. Oh, I love that. Whenever they do that, somebody that's on a,
like a little
whatever, they're on a cart or whatever, so he's not actually walking.
That ghostly glide.
That's just creepy.
So he's a ghost?
Yeah,
he just said.
He's of no flesh. So basically he's a ghost. Yeah. He's inept. I just love that.
Figured out the safety.
I did like that. No, wasn't the first time.
I didn't kill anybody. It was the gun.
Sorry, guns don't kill people. Bullets kill people.
That's true.
That's right. Falls don't kill you. It's that sudden stop at the end.
Dear Mom, this camp sucks. Oh, so many jokes to be made.
Oh yeah.
Don't even.
I'm not.
Keep in mind there are ladies in the stream.
That will still be with me after the stream ends.
We do have a guest room, dear.
I know.
Oh.
The stick of smoke.
And the hair of the 80s.
I think it's a girl.
It's still a mullet.
That's a great staff. You could tell it's probably rattan. I love a good rattan staff. It's tough.
Are you going to bring us? I have no idea.
No idea. Makes it up as he goes along.
What's with the screaming? Shut up.
I'm letting you go. Shut up.
I mean, these girls are great fighters, but they go down with one punch.
Most people, I mean, yeah, well, a good kick to the face will put you down.
They would never survive Kumite.
Right?
Kumite.
Oh, that would be a great rewatch, right? Bloodsport.
Bloodsport, yeah.
Which I don't think I've actually ever seen. I just happen to know that little bit.
Based on
This
a real
guy always has crazy eyes.
life character.
Yeah, I've been remiss if I haven't made you see that movie.
Follow the girls out.
Cool.
That one wasn't wearing pants.
Follow the girls. Follow the girls.
Not exactly the most graceful diver there, Miss Cattrall. Don't even bother. Best protection in the
you're
world.
wasting your bullets firing into water.
Water and sand, great way to protect yourself.
Waste your ammo. I don't know. Follow the booty.
Get out of there.
I'm just thrilled to be alive.
That's a great way to think. Just go kiss him by oh, sorry, just thrilled to be alive.
It's like, okay, now how do we get out of here?
You can really tell that's like a rubber knife that he's got.
Right.
I feel of that old styling, you know, that
Yep.
the real big valves.
And they're right back in the storage room.
The storage of the Buddhas.
I could swear he let more girls than that go.
Some of them got lost. Yeah,
Never
maybe
mind.
not. Maybe.
We may be trapped.
I swear, this is the way half of my D&D adventure goes.
I do like that. We may be trapped.
It's like, hi, they only saw me.
Well, it took care of some of them anyway. Ooh.
Oh, those poor little Buddhas.
I know. That's, that's their merchandise. And I just threw my knife away. Oh. You didn't save any for me.
It's like, nice of you to join us.
Oh, Evelyn Hampton leave, or somebody leaving. Evelyn.
Oh, take care, Evelyn.
Good night.
Glad you stopped by. Hit the thumbs up before you go. Egg Foo Young. Now I want some Egg Foo Young.
I've never been a big Egg Foo Young fan.
Oh, hello.
There's Crazy Eyes again.
Yep.
Here we are again.
That means run.
Oh, jeez.
That was Bigfoot.
And we lost Kim Cattrall.
Step on the gas.
He heard you.
Yes, but now King Patrol's been captured by Bigfoot.
Since I've always been a fan of Egg Foo Young, we never get him in a Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Chewbacca.
Wow. Is this a Stan Winston creature?
I don't know.
Okay, now I got to look it up.
Yeah, let me see here. Oh. Actually, Richard Edlund was a part of it.
Huh.
And puppeteers for. I'm talking about puppet. I know they had like puppeteers and a few things for the floating eyeball thing, but I never mentioned the furry creature guy there.
Yeah. Makeup department. Wow. A bunch of people I never even heard of. I'm surprised. Yep. Stan Winston isn't anywhere on here. I'm surprised.
He's taunting her.
Yeah.
Oop. Poking her, tickling her.
And he almost lost a finger there.
Hashtag me too.
Hashtag no means no. Agent Boomer says that guy's much scarier than Chewbacca. Well, you've never had your arms pulled out of their sockets, have you, Agent Boomer? Make you feel better, like Dirty Harry.
That is a big ass gun.
Yup.
You know, everybody, like I say, everybody talks about, the other girls. She's cute too.
Oh yeah.
Kate Burton.
Well, she's got the blue eyes happening for her.
Nice little redhead. And... that might be the only words I think he says in the entire thing.
Yeah. Okay, there's a girl floating here.
I do love the Chinese aesthetic, though. The Japanese as well. That whole thing, like that panel back there with the.
Yep. Those are some serious nails. Bet they make it hard to type.
Be hard to do several things with nails like that.
True.
Bring on your heart light.
Right.
I do like that robe.
Does this pole still work?
It's like the Batcave.
Down. What are you kidding? I have no sense.
There's a lot of some more great set pieces.
Am I supposed to be impressed? Because, yeah, I'm not.
I don't know. That's some serious muscles going on there.
I guess he's got the lats going there pretty good.
I mean, if nothing else, he's got some serious isometrics happening there.
He's got crazy eyes.
So does she in the best way.
Everybody's got crazy eyes in this, I guess.
The water's smoking. Don't touch it. It would be hysterical if they accidentally ran into the Goonies down here.
It'd be a great crossover.
Right? Kind of like that scene from Shaun of the Dead where the two parties run into each other.
Yeah.
Okay, it took them a half hour to walk down that hallway, and the girls are in a daze, so they're not even impressed.
He's a lot quicker about it.
Hi, how you doing?
So I guess Lightning doesn't get to do a little crazy dance down the hall.
This is just weird. I think we've just migrated into David Lynch territory.
What was your first clue?
Right?
You know, all they're saying is yes. Height means yes.
Well, that's pretty much what all they need to be saying right then. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm laughing at the stream. Good thing Sound Engraver's not here. I'm not. Eat. Oh, hey there, Sound Engraver. Sound Engraver says she's only half listening as she's composing. You know, that's why I think Sound Engraver, you'd be really into some of John Carpenter's music. He's got that, you know, electronic thing going on that I think you'd really dig.
Somebody popped out of her trance.
Her eyes are closed. Even if she wasn't in a trance, she can't see you.
Ooh, sparkly fingers.
I got chills. They're
multiplying.
Oh, put her right back in under.
Yep.
Well, Tamiya doesn't understand what the evil guy's plan is. In order to become corporeal again, he has to marry the girl with a girl with green eyes. But he's got two, so he'll marry and then sacrifice her. But now he's got two, so he can marry them both, sacrifice one, and then live out his earthly pleasures with the other.
Right, because right now he's not corporeal, so having the girl doesn't make any sense. You know, he's grabbing at the jumblies and his hands are going right through. Doesn't do him any good. Well, then media. Simple. Yeah. Doesn't have to make sense, but it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
This guy's always fighting evil spirits, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. World's full of them. It's already passed, but I do love the image of that guy just biting the fish and offering it to Jack. Hey, want some?
No, pass, thanks. Yeah, good. Well, that's pretty cool. They got an escalator.
Yeah, I was reading about this.
That's what I was just thinking.
When he comes down the escalator, he was terrified. James Hong was
really,
because he's if you look at it, it's very narrow.
Yeah,
it was hastily built.
Oh,
and he's standing on 12-inch like high.
Oh, good point.
High boots.
It's a beholder.
Pretty much, yeah.
I was thinking Slimer, but okay.
I see that too.
Nah, it's more of a beholder. Like a little smile.
He's like, screw it. I'm just going to shoot
it. You never know till you try. Well, Ted's like, what? Because I thought, why not stay invincible instead? Sure, you're old and decrepit, but you can never die and nobody can kill you.
True.
Yeah, but it gets old after a while. I think I think freaked him out. Yeah, I always liked that thing, but I remember seeing it, and the first thing I thought was Beholder.
Yep.
Because that was during my D&D days, the mid '80s.
Same here.
Sparkly glowy.
So he's got two girls that have green eyes, but when they have cataracts like that, do they still have green eyes? Does that count?
Well, for the movie they do. They don't have contacts in the movie.
Good point.
He said that was the most terrifying part of the film for him, coming down that escalator.
I can imagine.
He thought I'm gonna fall, and it's the last thing I'm ever going to do.
That I'm pouring out of a gourd.
I like the fact that there just happens to be a bar there.
That's always a cool thing.
Oh, at the foggy thing?
Dry ice, yeah.
Yeah, the dry ice, yeah.
Just don't drink the dry ice.
Yeah,
that
I know.
Be bad.
Be careful. Wind, fire, all that kind of thing.
The wings
God
of liberty
bless
never
America.
lose on fire.
They're all feeling kind of mellow.
I know. It's kicking in. Well, Timmy, Queen Amidala, eat your heart out.
Right?
Time for the jump, the jump, the
Jump
jump,
Jabbar, yeah.
Jabbar.
I am made flesh. And you're dead.
And I read when he did this, he stuck her a little harder than he should have.
Ooh. Yeah, you can see her react there.
Yeah, he did a little harder than he should have. That was a real reaction from her. I love the look on its face.
Right? Wake up time. I love this bit. Doink.
Don't.
Why does everyone yell so much?
Because it's funny. Whoa, that blew up real good.
Yeah, it's like an adrenaline boost, I think, when you yell. Wee wee woo.
It would be a potion of bear's endurance in D&D.
I love these two fighting.
This was back before a lot of this stuff was done with wires. A lot of this was done practical and just it was filming angles.
There was some wire work.
There was some, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's overdone now is what I guess I'm saying. Damn it, I like that gun. Well, he's giddy. Oh boy. Ooh. Thanks. I'll take that sword now.
It's kind of having a Gimli moment.
Yep.
Ding. Like, dude, get off me.
Ooh, yummy. I love this.
Wolf 10 Media says it's trampoline fighting. That's exactly right. That's how
Yeah.
they got most of those shots.
Yep. And I love the video game little reference they're doing here.
Yep. Which is so 80s.
Yeah.
He's like, what just happened? We are.
Blocking the way out.
Ah, yuck.
And then here goes the whole budget on pyrotechnics.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, I think one of the most expensive effects was the little the beholder guy.
Probably. Yeah, that was pretty impressive, actually.
Seven.
Hello, nurse.
I love when he comes out red on his lips.
So what's the dealio here? He's flesh, but it's not permanent unless he kills her?
Yeah, I think he needs to sacrifice her. Fast. Nowhere fast.
Yeah. What the hell? Yeah, that's the problem with the knife. You only get one shot.
Oh, good shot.
You only get one shot with the knife unless they throw it back.
Yeah. I like when he falls. You can see his big old feet.
Yep.
More Buddhas biting the dust.
I know.
This is a very
Buddha heavy body count here.
Yeah.
Now, here's what's wrong with this picture. He's got the lipstick smeared all over his face, but her lipstick is perfect. That would not happen. It would be all over her chin, too.
Ah.
I love how that was filmed. He just like they go off screen and you just see stuff flying around.
Yep. He's dead. Now
There
what
goes
do you
Crazy
do?
Eyes. Oh, you gonna cry?
You need more fiber, dude.
Muhammad's asking how the movie's going along. It's going along fine. Almost done. Very close.
Because
So what, he gets upset and he's gonna explode?
Fat, you know it. Ooh.
Ugh.
Just a wafer thin mincer.
That's what you have.
Hand wave.
That's what happens when you have too much salt in your diet.
Yep. MSG does it every time.
A wafer thin mint. I like that. Yeah, another rewatch we need to do.
While he's grandstanding, get the girls out of here.
Yeah.
That was a good jump.
Yeah.
It was a movie jump, which means he made it.
Yep. Well, it's because he's wearing his plot armor. Where do they get those marvelous toys?
While he's climbing out of his hole, go
Kick
up.
him in the face. Or drop a boot on his head. There you go.
Ooh.
And apparently dropping a boot on somebody's head means just they catches fire.
More Buddha abuse.
I know, right?
Well, 10 is like they really hyped up the elementals so much only to see him die hilariously. Yeah, it's kind of the fun part of it. That's all right,
Well, that's
Muhammad. You're
convenient.
here now.
These guys must be stormtroopers in
I
another
was just
life.
thinking they went to the stormtrooper school of firearms. It's underneath the wall. Yeah.
And he's hauling ass, just like
Yep.
front of this truck said.
Stop, red light. Oh, that's adorable.
Just try not to poke on anybody's eyes with that hat she's wearing.
Okay, the bad guys are dead. We got the girls back, and we're having some Chinese food.
I'd love to have some good Chinese, like a real big buffet, you know. Always love going to a nice all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet.
I do too, or at least I used to, but it seemed like every time I'd go to one, like within weeks, they'd shut down. I don't think it was a coincidence.
You put them out of business.
I pretty much put them out of business, yeah.
The last one we have one up here called Hong Kong Buffet. It's not the greatest, but it's decent enough for the price.
Sure.
But on Friday night, they always had fried shrimp. Oh, all you can eat. That's some good stuff.
Nope.
That is a great line. Nope. Not gonna kiss her.
Yep.
It's like the almighty finger.
This really should have become a series. We needed like 2 more films.
True, yeah. When he dies, Lopez is a ghost again.
Yeah.
Or actually have something in the second film, but in the third film he comes back. Or he comes back at the end of the second film, and that's kind of a cliffhanger setting up the next one.
Yeah.
Shit. I could take it.
Yep, there's Bigfoot.
Yup.
Going along with the ride.
I mean, the best way to open the next movie would be like this guy sitting in the sidecar with him. Right turn, Clyde.
Yeah. Make him a good guy. Like Slimer. Kind of make him
why not?
Yeah.
Well, and isn't that always the way? Look, I killed your boss. What is your end game here now? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need a minion.
But I could use somebody, unloading this haul that I'm doing. Great movie. Great movie. Great soundtrack, too.
Yeah. Big trouble. We'll tell you, it's like, okay, another stupid question. Why did he do those recordings again? He's not recording. He's talking to a CB, just for anybody who's listening. He just throws his voice. He just throws his ideas and thoughts out into the world.
Yep. Yeah, it's okay. So basically, back in the day, a CB radio was kind of like,
Facebook.
YouTube live stream,
Yeah. Well, I would think Agent Boomer. Well, no, that's Wolf 10 ass. I thought for a second I thought it was Agent Boomer ass. No, it was Wolf 10. Yeah, CB radios. That was like before you had cell phones and anything like that. You could talk to people all over the country.
Yep, you're literally just talking on a shortwave radio, and anybody that can pick up that frequency is hearing you.
With their
They can
whole
respond
language.
back.
We gotta do Smokey the Bandit one day.
Right?
Because there's a whole language for CB, like 10-4, 10-100.
Yep. Paul, I'll never leave you. Don't you ever threaten Daddy like that again.
You monkey nuts.
Oh God.
Yeah, he was great in that film. Oh, the female Wing Kong guards.
Yep.
Because I'm trying to remember if was there an end shot in this? Oh yeah, performed by the Coupe de Villes, which is actually John Carpenter's band.
Yep.
Him, Nick Castle, and I forget who the other guy is. He's like, but another like assistant director guy.
'20th Century Fox films.
When it actually meant something to be a 20th Century Fox film.
The events, characters, and firms depicted in this film are fictitious. Did you know that? This was not real. This was fictional.
I thought it was based on a true story.
I know, right? Well, that
so
disillusions me.
I am so bummed. It was based. I thought it was real and based on a true story.
So there we go. That was Big Trouble in Little China.
That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that film. It was unfortunately overshadowed by Aliens when it first came out, but God bless cable and God bless VHS and eventually CD. This thing just became it's a cult hit. It's a great movie that it took a while to kind of for people to find, and I'm so glad they did. Like I said, it's my favorite Kurt Russell performance, my favorite Kurt Russell character of all the stuff he's ever done. This is the character I like because he's so flawed. He can't do anything right half the time, and it's just fun. Wolf 10B is like, you guys know I'm 33, right? Well, still, you're a baby compared to me. You're old to be my son.
I am the oldest person in the stream. I'm older than Troy. I'm older than Al. I'm older than Agent Boomer.
True.
So it's like, you're a youngin'.
You should call yourself Agent Netter. Ancient Netter.
I don't know what it is, though. It's like she sacrifices virgins or something to stay young because she still looks hot.
It's like, nope, you never refer to a woman's age, Al.
I didn't refer to the age. I just had a description. You're the one who said you were older than
that's
everybody.
True. He was just agreeing with you. Can't blame a guy for agreeing with you. So that's the rewatch for tonight. What do we got coming up?
Rewatch. What we have coming up tomorrow night, we have on Age of Boomers channel. What do we have, Troy?
We got Study Hall with Aged Boomer and Papa Pacelli. We have a ton of stuff to talk about. We're going to do a little bit more talking about Batman. We're going to be talking about Mulan. We're going to be talking about
the Dune trailer, I'm sure.
Dune trailer, absolutely. I've actually forgotten, and I put the graphic together. But I just dropped the link to his channel. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Definitely. Is there a Weeb Watch going on tomorrow night as well?
There is a Weeb Watch going on. In fact, he's already posted the link, which I'm about to drop in just a second. It is Hellsing Ultimate 1 and 2.
And what time are they broadcasting?
So the study hall is at 8:00 Central, 9 Eastern.
Oh, going early.
And when we finish up, that will lead right into the Weeb Watch, which I'm dropping right now, which should be about
watching Van Helsing.
Exactly, which should be about 10 o'clock Central, 11 Eastern.
Awesome.
Thereabouts.
And of course, Monday we have the lovely Monday Night Muse sound engraver, who said it's going to be talking about Mulan again. A lot of the music elements of Mulan. So that definitely join her about 9:30. Usually she kind of pops on. Then Tuesday night we have another rewatch of a classic Universal monster film. This week we are watching Creature from the Black Lagoon, 1954, starring the lovely Julie Adams and great underwater photography that they pretty much had to develop a lot of technique for. I mean, to do this film. Very classic. It's the last great monster to kind of be born from the Universal stable. I think he was the last one to come along. All the others have been well established. And I'm sure the professor is going to have a pre-show for that, probably a little after 9. But Creature from the Black Lagoon is going to be at 10 p.m. on the professor's channel. So definitely stop by for that. Wednesday, nothing yet, right?
Not yet. But
not yet.
There has been test footage, so we know it's doable. So that may be coming very, very soon.
Awesome. So yeah, Wednesday night is a to be determined future date. And then next Thursday we have the book study for Dune, finishing up the second book in of the 3 books that make up the Dune novel, Moedim, right before the Prophet. So read up to the Prophet before it's the rest of Moedim. About 100. I got about 100 pages. I still got a good amount to go. I got some of it done today. Also, Tuesdays and Thursdays, keep an eye out around 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard, 10 Central, for the Fan Man and his Second Cup Cafe. He's still getting them out until his schedule doesn't allow, but I think so far his schedule is allowing it. And Friday night, we are doing the Friday night Fright film this week on the Fan Man's channel is The Blob from 1988, which is special to him. It was filmed in his hometown. He actually was present during some of the filming and is in the general vicinity of some of the scenes. I don't think he was actually on the screen, but it's going to be a yearly thing for him. So good film. We watched it last year. Really fun. Looking forward to watching it again. That's going to be around 8 o'clock on Friday night. And next Saturday is
another John Carpenter film, second in his Apocalypse series, Prince of Darkness from 1987.
Yes, this is on Troy's. So it's the one he did right after this one.
Yep, that's exactly right.
And it'll be on your channel, not Netter's?
That will be on my channel.
Okay.
Yeah, until I get a proper working computer, I can't really do anything on mine.
Yeah.
So.
And Aged Boomer did let me know that he actually already has posted the link for tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that.
Awesome. So yeah, that is the week ahead. The next for me, besides my appearances on things that are coming up that I'm usually on, the next for Big Al Presents, at least scheduled right now, is 2 weeks from tonight. We will be watching the Don Knotts comedy, The Ghost of Mr. Chicken, the second installment of Ha Ha Halloween. A little fun. Don Knotts, very just great. Most people know him as Mr. Roper or as Marty Fife, but he has done some, or
it was Mr. Furley, not Mr. Roper.
Oh, I said Mr. Yeah, I meant Mr. Furley. Sorry, I kind of missed.
Roper was Norman Fell.
Yeah, the great Norman Fell.
Yep.
yeah, Mr. Furley, he was great as Mr. Furley.
Yes,
You
he
never
was.
know they were going to be able to replace the Ropers, but he did a great job.
Because they didn't try to replace him. They went a
Right.
completely different route.
Just did a different guy.
Yep.
And but yeah, Don Knotts did a lot of films like in the 60s, and they were all great. Ghost of Mr. Chicken, of course, is the one we're watching. The Reluctant Astronaut was another. How to Frame a Fig.
Mr. Limpet.
Another one, Mr. Limpet, which is a classic. We got to do that one day. But yeah, definitely gonna have fun. Ghost of Mr. Chicken is a personal favorite of mine. I've been wanting to do it, and what better time to watch a film about a haunted house than during the 2-month Halloween season that we have kind of bequeathed it to be.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone being here. Is there anything else you guys would like to talk about?
No, I think, well, you know what? One last thing is if I'm pretty sure everybody in this group already knows, but if you're not, be sure that you're following along in the Professor Geek Facebook group, because that's where we're dropping the schedule all the time. When the schedule changes throughout the week, I'm always quick to update it. And I've even started putting out a weekly schedule in the form of a TV guide, like graphic. Pay close attention to that, because I've dropped a couple comical Easter eggs in there. It's worth checking out.
And I just wanted to remind everyone, I mean, I'm sure you already are, but if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe our channels. It does help our algorithms, helps us to get going, especially for those of us that are a little bit newer to streaming and all that.
I'm back. Okay, did anybody miss me? Yeah, I disappeared there for a minute. Almost had to call the president.
It was perfect timing. Also, make sure that you hit that bell notification so you know when someone goes live, because as we found out today on Aged Boomer's channel, boom, he's just playing around, testing out some things, and he had a whole bunch of people just show up because they were alerted that he went live. So definitely worth doing that.
It was funny because he wasn't expecting it. Yeah, he wasn't expecting. Goes, oh, people are popping in. Why are people popping in? It's like, because you made it live.
Yep. And they're following you, and they got notified. So that's how that works.
Yeah, Crispy saying Don Knotts was also in Private Eyes with Tim Conway, a parody of Sherlock Holmes.
That was a later film too.
I saw that in the movie theater, and I have not seen it since. I've seen it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I have not seen it since. So that'd be something. There's a lot of great old, like late 60s, early 70s. We really haven't mined too much. Like Murder by Death, if anybody remembers that film. That's that's an awesome film. Yeah, well, like I said, we'll have to, a lot of weeks to come, lots of movies out there to watch. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight for Big Trouble in Little China. Halloween is off to a wonderful start, it seems. And I would like to thank my two cohorts tonight, Troy and Nanette of Netters Network. Please make sure you go to their channels and subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, if you look down below, there's links to everybody I'm aware of. If I don't have you down there, let me know, and I'll put you down there under my friends' YouTube pages. So definitely look into checking those out. And I want everyone to have a great rest of the evening and have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Take care. Anything else to say before we go? We're good.
Nope.
Time to chime out.
Good night, everyone.
Take care.
Okay. Maybe it's a dark and stormy